자, 친구가 와서 나한테 야, 너 지금 하는 일 네 적성에 별로 안 맞는 거 같아.
Who's saying that? What friend is saying that to you?
했을 때
언제가 부족.
I like Sugar a lot. He and I are the same person. I was literally about to be like, to be fair, the context is unclear. I was going to say those exact words in Korean, which is weird. Greetings, hello there. My name is Comedian. Nothing I can do about that, nothing you can do about that. Let's just move on and forget about it. I'm doing MBTI Part 2. I did the first part last week, although you might have only seen it a few days ago. I don't know why I'm talking about time to you. It's not interesting, it's linear, it's fixed, not worth worrying about. Point being, I did this first part last week. It's only right I do the second part. We learned some stuff about BTS's personality. I've forgotten most of it, but that's for the best because they said some shocking things. Let's hope they say stuff even more shocking, even more outrageous this time. If you enjoyed my intro, which is very likely, then make sure you have subscribed and make sure you are prepared to watch what is most certainly going to be the most epic video on YouTube ever in history. So get ready and careful. And Patreon link in the description and stuff like that. Oh, no.
SN 사실
You know, the one thing about MBTI is that they've, you know, liberally applied the BTS music to it, which is shocking. I need to change the subtitles as well. And because of that, it has a risk of getting my live stream blocked, so got to be careful about that. Got to be careful about that. Maybe if I start hearing BTS songs, I'll just sing along in a horrible, horrible singing voice to block it, and you guys will enjoy that. Anyway. BTS. Is this going to be like a previously?
SN 사실 요거는 이랬다 저랬다 해서 좀 갈릴 수가 있고 T랑 F는 좀 확실하게 갈릴 수가 있어요.
아 그래.
It is a hot topic, isn't it?
T랑 F는 이제 T가 이성
See, the problem is I've already forgotten what T and F stands for. It might stand for tits and farts, because I'm an adult. Feeling, okay. Thinking, thoughts and feelings, okay.
T랑 F가 제일 많이 갈리거든요. 자, 다음 토크 주제 T와
Thinking and feeling. Cool, got it. Okay, so they're saying thinking is
들어가시죠.
objective, logical, analytical decision making. Obviously, feelings is decisions based on personal values and well, I knew that. I knew that at least.
이성과 감성. 자, 시험 공부하러 카페 갔는데 놀러 온 친구 둘 중에 더 하나는 사람은 A. 나 고생한다고 음료 한 잔 더 시켜줬는데 가져오다가 바로 엎질러서 전해요. 요점 정리 다 적신 민윤지 씨. 자, B. 내가 화장실 갔다 온 사이에 밤새서 정리.
It's already got over my head. What is he asking? Okay, a cafe studying for exams, some friends drop by. Who would I be more angry at? Okay.
하는 사람은 A. 나 고생한다고 음료 한 잔 가져오다가 바로 엎질러서 전해요. 요점 정리 다 적신 민윤지 씨. 자, B. 내가 화장실 갔다 온 사이에 밤새서 정리한 요점 노트 바로 세벼버린 정순.
아 정순아.
See, this is why I can understand why some people say that these MBTI tests aren't necessarily scientific. Because in my head, it's like, surely you could make arguments that either of those reactions would come from a place of feeling or thinking. Because you might think that you feel bloody annoyed, or you might feel that you think they're dickheads. You know what I mean? Like, how... Like, that they're basically like, both of these annoying things happened. Which one do you pick? And based on that, that means you're a thinker, not a feeler. What? I don't know if I know what that means.
하지 못한 거에 약간 더 화를.
Oh, unfairness. Okay.
야, 약간 그런 거냐 이제.
RM saved it.
저건 실수잖아.
A는 날 위에 뭔가를 갖고 오다가 엎드린 거잖아.
They're already getting mad about it.
B면은 성격 문제 있는 거다 이거.
B는 저 괘씸해서라도 손절해야 돼.
자, 지금 올피 나왔어요.
잠시만 입을 해보자.
I agree with this. I like all of them. This doesn't strike me as a personality test. This strikes me as like a psychopath test. Because if you are less mad, like if you're the sort of person who's like, well, a friend stealing your exam results, that's understandable. I do that to any of my friends. I can't stand them. I'd kill them if they were holding me back from a biscuit for a second. Whereas, you know, somebody trying to cheer you up and then messing up and spilling your notes, they're a fucking bastard. Like, if that's your mentality, you might be a serial killer. So I'm glad none of them said A, you know?
사실 또 한번 생각해 보세요. 내가 진짜 밤새서 다 했는데 거기다가 진짜 커피를 다 엎질러서 아무것도 안 보여. 처음부터 다시 해야 돼.
Wait, but didn't RM say... Oh, the going back in a 25-minute video is risky, but didn't he say A?
B는
Or B, sorry.
하나 둘 셋.
A면은 성격.
Yeah, he also said B, so why is he justifying A?
B는 저
나는 이제
그것도 열받을 것 같긴 했거든요.
안 보이는 것까지
화가 나긴 하네.
그렇지.
아니 그러니까
근데
그렇지.
근데 이게
I'm going to clarify for RM because I think I know what he meant. I think you'd be frustrated. I don't think if your friend spilt notes all over your drink and notes all over your drink, why not? And ruined the drink. I don't think you'd be like, oh, that's fine. That was the thing I needed to pass exams and get a job and be able to feed myself and therefore live. But that's fine. Like you'd obviously be annoyed. I don't know if you'd be angry. Like it's different. Like I don't know. It's different. If somebody doesn't deliberately upset you, it's harder to get angry at them. I guess.
아니 생각을 바꿔서 내가 진짜 그림 다 그려놓은 거에 음료 엎은 거잖아.
Well, JK's very precious about his notes. Then he thinks his notes are a painting.
생각해 보니까.
야 근데 네가 완전 역적.
아니야, 봐봐. 아니 우리가 지금 오답 노트로 들어가면 안 돼. 그렇지. 우리가
야 이거를
Sugar's like, can we get this shit done?
작업 프로젝트 자 1번은 자 내가 이거를 몰래 디벨롭을 해주고 싶었던 거야 이 곡을. 그래서 형 몰래 컴퓨터를 켜서 이거를 기타를 좀 더 쳐주다가 세션이 그냥 통으로 날아갔어요.
그렇지.
근데 어쨌든 의도는 좋았어요. 요거를 몰래 해서 홀랑 다른 놈한테 팔아버렸네.
팔아볼래.
Sells it. Where's the selling it part come from?
이걸 그려낼 수는 없으니까.
그러고서 나중에 살짝 교묘하게 바꿔가지고.
그러니까 이거는
This is very specific. I feel like Jimin's sweating. He's talking about me. He's talking about when I did literally this a week ago.
친구가 있냐 없냐의 차이라니까.
그러니까.
아니 이거는
아니, 근데-
친구를 한 명 이거는 친구를 하나 잃었냐 아니면 요점 노트를 하나 잃었냐.
아니
아니야,
근데
나는-
찍어간 건데
난
찍어간
둘다
건데
이럴 것
나한테
같은데.
피해가 없는 거면은
그냥
우리 너무
내버린
과몰입했어.
I love how they all said B, but now they're arguing for A or B.
자 제가 말씀드렸죠 이거 치열할 거라고. 자
굉장히
다음으로
과몰입.
넘어가겠습니다. 친구가 시험을 망쳤다고 너무 속상해. 야 나 이번에 시험 망했어. 그때 당신이 할 말은?
오 축하. 어차피 일단 난 망했거든.
그치, 나도 망했거든.
하나 둘 셋.
Wait, I need to think. What would I say? A friend's upset how they did in the test. You'd say it's okay, it's difficult for me too, or which question you'll do better next time. I think I'd say, but that's like 3 different answers. I think saying you'll do better next time is like answer C, because saying B is like which question, because I think that's a natural thing of being like, well, which question was it? Oh, mate, I struggled with that one too. I just drew a penguin on that one. I had no idea. You know what I mean? Whereas saying you'll do better next time is comforting somebody. Whereas asking them which question could be seen as good or bad. If you're being like, which question, they'll be like, oh no, you got it wrong, my friend. Yeah, you definitely failed. Your thoughts and fears are very true.
나 이번에 시험 망했어. 그때 당신이 할 말은?
오 축하. 어차피 일단 난 망했거든.
그치, 나도 망했거든.
하나 둘 셋.
요즘 내 친구들하고 대화하는 거에 이입해서
A인 거.
얘기하다 보니까 이런 거.
I would do both.
이게 보시면
A then B.
봐봐 정서에 대한 대답이야. 나도 어려웠고 다들 뭔가 그랬다라는 거고 B는 뭔가 사실과 결과에 대해서 얘기를 하잖아요. 자 역시 A가 F네요.
아나
Well, I just don't think the questions are very good, you know.
완벽하게 T다야.
나 F인 줄 알았는데.
아니야 계속 바뀐다니까.
자 친구가 와서 나한테 야 너 지금 하는 일 네 적성에 별로 안 맞는 거야.
Who's saying that? What friend is saying that to you?
했을
아니 근데
때
전제가 부족하게.
I get, yeah, okay. I like Sugar a lot. He's, you know, the same person. I literally about to be like, to be fair, the context is unclear. I was going to say those exact words in Korean, which is weird. But you don't even speak Korean. But I was going to, the context, if the context is like your friends like, look, I'm worried about you, mate. You know, it's stressing you out. They're not paying you enough. Fair enough. They come up to you and they're like, you should quit your job. You're a loser. Then that's different.
그렇죠 사실.
내가 얼마나 이 일을 사랑하고 내가 좋아하는지에 대한 데이터가 없는 상태.
근데 이제 형은 그런 게 먼저 나온 거죠 그러면. 그러니까 내가 직관적으로 들었을 때 내가 뭐라고 대답할 것 같아.
He's saying, let me finish the question.
어느 부분에서 안 맞는데
니나 잘해 니나.
제일 흥분하신 거.
아니 니나 잘해.
아니
니나 잘하세요.
사실 저런 질문들은 더 이상 나랑 친구를 하지 않겠다라는 질문들이잖아.
아니
아니 근데 저 질문을 우리 만약 연습생 때 했다 치면 더 답변이 확실하게 나올 것 같아.
아 연습생 때.
아 연습생 때랑 또 얘기가
연습생
다르지.
때라고 생각하고 우리가 이렇게 잘.
Tove in my chat says, I gave my biology notes to friends who asked after spending lots of time on them. Friends who asked. I learned by making the notes. If my friend has used them, it doesn't affect me negatively. You're a good person. You're a good person. Your friends who might be ADHD are lucky to have you in their life. I'll just say that.
그냥 이제.
불확실해.
I'm terrible at making notes.
난 답변 똑같아. 나도 아까 똑같아.
아 그래?
나 좀 바뀌었어. 우리 연습생 때는 너무 불확실했기 때문에.
아 그래? 나 뭐 할까 나왔고요.
연습생 때는 나도 그 힘듦 때문에 나랑 안 맞다라는 생각을 너무 많이 했어.
연습생 때는 직업이 아니.
This is so interesting. So if the question was when they were trainees, they'd suddenly feel different about it, which is interesting.
뭐 그랬을 것 같아. 그러나 속으로는 어쩌라고 이렇게 했을 것 같아.
일단은 할 것 같아요. 저는 현재와 과거를
알아서 할게. 일단은 할게. 오 일관돼 있네.
나도 아까랑 똑같은데.
좋아요.
재호 씨 뭐예요?
저도 똑같아요. 뭐 그냥
고민해볼게.
As in get bed.
형 고민 안 하실 거잖아요.
말만 하는 거죠. 난뭐 예의상 말은 해야 되니까 답변해줘야 되니까.
Context is rude. That question wasn't very good. I don't think. More context needed. More context
자
needed.
교통사고를 내가 당했어요. 친구가 전화 와서 제일 첫 마디로 야 보험은 들었어? 이게 중요한 게 제일 첫 마디로 전화를 딱 해서 받았어. 여보세요 했는데 야 보험은 들었냐?
그냥 별 생각이 없어.
I'd be annoyed.
자 이거는 다 이거 보니까 다 삔 것 같아요, 그죠?
아니 난 실제로
Like, this is a problem with me. I'm way too empathetic, I think. I'm just such a nice, good, kind. I'm one of the best people alive, arguably. But if somebody, if I call somebody up and say I got in a car crash and they say, oh my God, do you have insurance? I've even added oh my God for them to make it more okay. If they said, do you have insurance? That is kind of a dick move. But in my head, I would be like, well, what if they got in a car crash recently and they didn't have insurance and it screwed them over and they were like, oh, please tell me you have insurance. Again, context is necessary, or maybe the real thing is that because of the way I am, I can't take questions like this seriously. I can't suspend my disbelief or suspend my briefs, whatever it is. I can't do that properly for this kind of quiz, you know? Which is maybe where this quiz falls down if you have a literal, cynical bastard like me. But most of the time, I would say, if you call up a friend and tell them I was potentially nearly killed and they say, what about the money side of things? That's not good. That's not good.
아니 난 실제로 나는 친구한테 저렇게 이야기를 한 적이 있어.
제 티 아니야?
왜냐면 나는
Jungkook's looking all anxious. He's like, shit.
병실에 누워 있는데 전화 와서 보험 들었냐 이게 바로 얘기하는 거야. 야 괜찮냐 이거랑.
나 A.
아 서운해?
Wait.
맞아. 야 보험.
Wait, so Jungkook was the only one saying something sane. I wasn't really paying attention to which was A and B, so I assumed he was the only one saying that's fine. Ask about the insurance. But apparently they were all being like, yeah, ask about insurance. It's important.
나 안 서운해.
보험이 중요하지. 그거부터 해야 되는데. 그건 내가 알아서 하니까. 괜찮냐가 시각으로
어쨌다.
도의적으로 괜찮냐는 아무런 도움이 안 돼요.
이게 정말로 이게 위로의 방식이 다른 거. 저는 방식이 다르단 걸 이제 알아서 이제는 안 서운해요. 자 친구를 위해 요리를 만들어줬는데 내가 먹어봐도 좀 맛이 없다. 그렇지만 친구가 나에게 해줬으면 하는
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
위해서 이걸 만들었다고? 대박 진짜 너무 고마워. 진짜 너무 감동이야. B 처음 맛에 대한 솔직한 평가를 한 다음 고마워. 야 근데 솔직히 좀
It's a bit salty, but thanks. That's my tears you're talking about, friend. That's a tricky one. See, I'd like to think I'm the sort of cool person who's like, yeah, just be honest and say thank you. Be honest and sincere, but it'd probably crush me. Maybe a mix of the two, you know, like, oh, thank you for making this. Like, I prefer, like, I don't want people to lie to me. I don't like it, especially if I've made it and I'm like, oh, I can't believe they asked me to cook. I just made this fucking shit. I put some moldy beans in a tin and I put some moldy cheese on it and then microwaved it for 4 years. Like, if I know it's crap and they eat it and they're like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, thank you so much. I'd be like, all right, Jesus Christ, I know you're lying. So I don't want them to lie to me, but also not necessarily the truth. So maybe just say nothing and don't eat it.
일단 그래도 A가 상처받잖아. 야 솔직히 너 근데 요리는 에바다.
아니 근데 나는 A면은
Okay, somebody's saying honestly you're not a great cook. That's not being honest. That's being unnecessarily savage.
근데 뒤에
Because saying you're not a great cook is being like, based upon this meal, I've ascertained that you have the cooking skills of a donkey. Whereas you can just say, oh, you know, this meal, like, even though saying this meal wasn't that great, it doesn't sound great. It's better than saying you're not a good cook. Like, that's worse.
그게 아니라 일단 맛부터 얘기한 거지. 야 근데 솔직히
아니 근데 정말 아니 맛 평가를 해줘야 내가 발전
That's true. That is true.
발전이 있지 맛 평가를 해줘야
난 발전
더 맛있게 더 재밌게.
Exactly. I'd be like that. I'd be like, okay, how do you suggest I improve, Chef Gordon Ramsay? What do you know about this?
그렇지 나도 그래.
난 저 사람이랑 친구 못 해요.
V is very precious. That makes sense to me. V is definitely a princess.
근데 나라면 이렇게 할까 많이 더.
Like if his friend was like, "Oh, it's all right. I could use some more salt," he'd be like, "Well, fine then." He just like throws the dish at his head and runs out crying.
어이 뭐지?
Jimin's passive aggressive. We're learning a lot. We're learning a lot from this.
이게 뭘까?
그게 솔직한 평가를 한 거지. 그게.
난 선평가 무조건 할 것 같은데.
그래 평가부터 해야지.
근데 이건 솔직히
좀만 더 간 찼으면 맛있겠다.
맨날 저래. 얘 맨날 저래.
이게 좀 아프면.
It's tricky, man. It depends how precious they are about the cooking as well.
친구한테 어떻게 할까? A. 일주일이든 한 달이든 내 생각을 충분히 정리한다. 제가 왜 화났지? 그 다음에 연락을 한다. B. 뭐가 문제인지 왜?
Definitely B.
야, 뭐 너 나한테 기분 나쁜 거지?
Why make assumptions when you can just ask? Because the thing is, let's get this clear. The test might not have accompanied, allowed for this. But if you have a friend who's mad at you and they won't tell you why, or they just act mad at you without saying anything, that's on them. You could have killed their family, smashed their tortoise, painted over their car windows with like little fairy hearts and stuff. You could be completely in the wrong, but if they won't tell you, if you genuinely don't know why they're upset at you, or it's hard for you to know for sure, and they won't tell you, they're in the wrong. That's like emotional manipulation, emotional abuse. Not healthy, people. Not healthy.
시간의 미덕이라는 걸 알게 된 이유.
Ooh. Sugar said something way more prophetic than me.
이유가 있겠지.
뭐냐면 제가 B로 했다가 관계가 틀어진 적이 너무 많아.
성격인 것 같아 이거는.
그렇지.
나는 좀 이런 시간이 너무 힘들어.
못 참는.
Wait, RM's saying he did B, so he asked them. He said to them, "Why are you upset?" And he lost friends. They were probably good friends to lose then.
내가 납득이 안
Honestly.
저도 비해요. 누군가 저한테 이제 막 삐진 것 같고 이러면은 왜? 뭐가 문제인데? 얘기해봐.
나는
바로 이렇게 들어가요.
나는 이제 B로 인해서 저는 거의 싸우자고밖에 안 되니까 어느 정도 한 달까지 일주일까지 아니더라도
나도.
잠깐의 한 3-4시간의 텀은 있어야지.
아니, 물어보는
사람과
거를
대화가 된다고 생각해.
물어보는 거를
This test could really be about BTS because they've basically been arguing about this whole thing.
사람이 나한테 왜 화가 나는지 자기도 모르는
그러니까.
경우가 많아. 근데 이제 시간이 지나면
맞아.
자기도 이제 사과하는 경우도 있고 아, 내가 사실은 그때 야 그래서 그랬는데 나도 좀 미안해 내가 너한테 그렇게 해서 그런
근데
경우도
이게 B로 가면은 감정적으로 얘기를 하게 되고
그러니까 나도 내가
A로
감정적으로
가면은 어느 정도 생각의 정리를 하고
Okay, but let's just put this out there. The other problem with option A is if you go to a friend and you're like, I noticed you've been mad recently. I want to be honest. I did wee on your daffodils, and they're like, what? I was mad at you because you didn't give me your phone number. You weed on my daffodils. Is that why they turned orange? Like, there's you like, why would you volunteer information? Like, it makes sense. Like, if you have a problem with somebody, tell them, and then they can apologize if they want to. Like, it's better to meet in the middle, at least. Like basically, I've known too many dramatic people in my life who do the whole like I'm so mad at you thing, and if you ask them like, and oh what's up, they're like you should know why. Like if you ever find yourself uttering the words you should know why I'm mad, or a friend saying you should know why I'm mad, just hang up, just cut them out of your life immediately. Top tip.
당연히 B 아닌 거. 일단 정리를 하고 당연히 B 아니야. 상대에게도 시간을 주는 거죠 어떻게 보면은. 봐 화가 났잖아. 화가 난 상태에서는 이미 이성을 잃었다고.
그렇지.
그 상태에서는 어떠한 대화가 되지 않는다고요.
아 그거는 맞아.
나는 그냥 계속 풀어줄 것 같은데.
나 맞는 거.
Consoloing them.
좀 만들어줄 것 같은데. 일단
근데 그러니까 이게 유형이 되게 다른 거예요. 아 이게 1번이 F구나. 너 B였냐? 그리고 저랑 정국이랑 진짜 달라요. 다 달라요. 저랑 정국이랑. 여기서.
나 어느 정도 나는 유하게 왔다 갔다 하는 사람이라는 걸 알아 나는. 나는 그렇게 됐어. 나 너무 왔다 갔다 한다.
나도 왔다
It's because these questions aren't great. IMO.
아, 자 끝났습니다. FT가 역시 가장
나 J 빵개 나왔거든.
자 P랑 J는 뭐냐면요. P는 이제 즉흥적으로 뭔가 하는 사람.
Okay. This one is more interesting to me, I think. Hopefully the questions are more
계획적인
succinct.
어떤 뭔가 시스템을 좋아하는 사람.
Okay, so systemic and structural flexible.
질문 들어갑니다. 방 청소는 A. 난 주기적으로 해야 된다. B. 내가 원할 때만 치워도
Definitely B.
둘, 셋.
I'm double B. I'm like a double B cup when it comes to that question.
내가 원할 때가 주기적일 수도 있는 거잖아요. 원할 수도 있는 거잖아요.
Oh, sugar, you're a man after my own heart. What a genius.
와, 문제는 그냥 MBTI라고 그냥 둘중 하나를 골라 제발.
너는 너무 철학적이야 윤기야.
고르라고 그냥 제발 부탁이니까.
저 단순히 이 두 개 중 하나를 선택하란 말이야.
고르라고요 그냥.
나 J인데?
그냥 너는 그냥 이거에
See, I so relate to Sugar because he's not like he's being too philosophical, which I am with my genius philosophy, strength, skill, science. And he's being like, he's also being like, too witty. He's like, well, yeah, it's like I might clean my room when I feel like it, but what if I feel like doing it every day? It's like that That's being slightly too anal retentive, my friend.
아니 아니 근데 나는 약간
I mean, that's not a problem for me because I do it when I feel like it, and that's about once a month.
이거는
So
네, 이거는 좀
이건 해석의 차이다, 해석의 차이.
나도 이런
이거는
청소면으로는
좀
제인 것 같아.
집이 쉽게 들어오지는 사람도 따져야 되는 그런 문제죠. 친구들이랑 여행을 가면
okay.
제일 많이 갈려요. A. 비행기랑 숙소 예약 준비 끝. B. 첫째 날은 이거 하고 둘째 날은 그거 하고 셋째 날은 저거 하자. 어떤? 근데 이거는 저는 사실은
A for sure. A for sure. In fact, my sister's B type, and it drove me insane. Like, she came to stay here once, or in Miami, and she had every day mapped out by the hour, and I could feel an anxious breakdown coming on. I was like, I can't live like this. What if I want a sandwich?
그나마 해놔야 이제 그나마 사고가 좀 덜 난다는 거지.
B로 해놓고 즉흥적으로 움직여도 돼.
그렇지, 그렇지.
저는 B로 제가 해놓고 제가 귀찮아요.
I respect it. I respect it.
하는 거야.
다 해놓고 계획까지 다 해놨는데 막상 귀찮음과의 싸움이야.
근데 갈 때는 재밌다.
나는 약간 진짜로 그 A인 게
너 그냥 오늘 공항
나
지금 끝나고 공항 가면 바로 공항 가?
그지.
나도 진짜.
거기 갈 사람 있으면 갈.
Yeah, I'll do spontaneous trips with friends, not alone. I'm not great company, I don't think.
맡고 싶은 역할은 중복 가능. 1번 계획, 2번 총무, 3번 맛집, 4번 오락, 5번 그냥 무임승차.
와, 나 무임승차를 못해.
I'll do restaurants. Because I'm good at researching restaurants.
사실 5번
Like,
케이스를 제일 싫어.
I know people who are like, you know, oh, why are you like? I'll stand outside a restaurant looking up their Google review rating, and there'll be people like, why are you doing that? Just live a little. I'll be like, live a little. What are you, a billionaire? I don't want to spend $15, $20 or more on food and have it be shit. I don't eat out very often. If I'm going to eat out, I want it to be good. The whole point about going out is to make food better than I can make, and that's a very low bar. And I've been to places where they don't even meet that bar. So yeah, I definitely want to look up where I'm going first and make sure it's good. So I'm happy to do the restaurant researching, you know?
막상 가서 토를 다뤄. 아니
그냥 하시는 거 이야기하면 되는데.
갑자기 가서 난 니네가 다 맡길게 이러고 가서
He's definitely naming one of the members here, and V is smiling. I think it's. I feel like it's V. I feel like he's talking shit about V.
왜 내 욕하냐 갑자기?
Oh no, J-Ho. Okay, J-Ho thinks it's him. All right.
난 2번, 3번 둘 다 할 것 같아. 왜냐면 돈이랑 연관돼 있기 때문에.
5번.
난 다 좋아. 너희가 하는 거 다 좋아.
나도 2번도 할 것 같아.
근데 항상 투어 갈 때 맛집이랑 재밌는 거 내가 다 그거 링크 다 보냈는데.
나 저런 거 진짜 모르는. 난 진짜 못해. 난 사람이
난
필요해.
저런 건 너무 귀찮고.
난 다 좋아.
나 데리고 가줄 사람이 필요해.
I don't know how they film Run BTS. This is a mess.
터치가 안 되는 건 아님. 근데 보기 거슬리네. 어떻게 할까?
나
A. 시간 내서 바로 수리. B. 당장 터치가 안 되는 것도 아닌데 나중에 고치자.
아니면
Ooh, again, if I want to, you know, be a knobhead here and ruin these questions, where's the C for ADHD people? Where's the C, which is I hate looking at it, but I'm also too lazy or too distracted, or whatever you want to call it, to sort that out. I'll sort it out in like a week or a month or something.
동안 안 바꿨습니다.
아 근데 이건 너무
Like, it can't. Luckily, I haven't broken my phone screen in a while. Those Gorilla Glass screen protectors really do help, I guess, because I don't wear a case on my phone. I like to raw dog it. But, you know, if it was to break, I know it don't happen. There's so many things in my life where I'm like, I need to fix this yesterday. It's really annoying me. It's making me anxious. It's ruining my life, whatever it is. And I'm like, the more essential it becomes, the more I put it off.
넌 A.
That's a,
A야.
그래?
equation.
미관성을 왜 신경 써? 기능만 되면 돼. 기능만.
자 여기서 인스타 제일 열심히 하시는 분.
미관성 너무 안 좋아.
나한테 피해만 안 오면 돼.
아 그래? 뭐 수리를 맡기거나 바꿀 때는 그게
Yeah, I remember one of them. I think it might be. I feel like it is Jungkook. I've seen on Bon Voyage, like with a scratched and destroyed phone, and like not giving an F. And if you want to see me seeing his destroyed phone on Bon Voyage, patreon.com/community in the description.
생각하고 외출 무작정 나가는 거 싫다. B. 어디로
Missed the question. I was trying to do self-promo, missed the question. Taylor's all the time.
오랜만에 쉬는 날이
Okay, got a day off.
하고자 함. 내가 할 행동은 A. 언제 어디로 무엇을 타고 왜 가는지 생각하고 외출 무작정 나가는 거 싫다. B. 어디로 갈지 정하지 않았지만 일단 준비를 하고 나감. 발이 이끄는 그대로 가면
이거-
낭만파네 B는.
나는 나는
A.
계획을 짜다가 귀찮아서 안 나가는데. 맞아.
Yeah, where I was waiting for one of them to be like stay indoors and play PlayStation. Where was that one?
쉬는 날이면 나가는 사람 나밖에 없는데.
예를 들어서
귀찮아서 안 나가는데.
확실한 목적지가 있으면 괜찮아요.
아니 그러니까 이게 그냥
언제 어디에
시뮬레이션을
가장
해서
괜찮은데
간만에 나갈 날이 생겼어.
자 하나 둘 셋. 무조건
어디 갈지 정도는 정해야지.
A.
이게 여행은 아니기 때문에 나는 A.
자 여기서 다 A고 한 명 B 나왔습니다. 바로 낭만파. B.
I knew it. Yara said in Bon Voyage 1, Jimin, Tae, and Jungkook all had broken phone screens. So actually there's 3 of them. If you want to see me react to 3 people having broken phone screens, patreon.com/communionreact in the description.
내비도 안 켜요. 그냥 내비 안 켜고 그냥 한번 돌아다녀만 보자.
극피네.
이게 안 되더라고.
A total P, a total PP. Wait, he just drive around? This man is a maniac. This man is a caveman out of time. He's a Victorian in a car.
난 내비도
I wouldn't even... I'm losing respect for V. I wouldn't even turn on the GPS. I'd want to drive around just aimlessly. Hello?
피네.
You know, petrol prices?
저는 극한의 효율을 짜고 나가야 돼요.
나도 그건 안 돼.
근데 나는 이렇게 나가기까지 굉장히 오랜 노력이 걸려요.
난 장소만 정해놔. 딱.
나도 장소는 정할 것 같아.
거기가 닫혀 있는지 열려 있는지는 중요하지 않아.
그러면 이제 차 타가지고 다시 이제 폰 봐.
I respect it. I'm with J-Hope on this one, I think.
방학 계획표는 A. 나의 방학 계획을 우선순위로 나열한
I do remember when V got lost on Bon Voyage. I remember well.
잠자기 발먹기
Which tells me he's lying right now.
주변을 화려하게 꾸민다.
Okay, I missed that question again. Oops.
어릴 적 나의 방학
Daily routine during a school holiday. Okay.
우선순위로 나열한
Yeah, not A. The opposite of A. The absence of A.
발먹기 돌기 위주로 칸을 나누고 주변을 화려하게 꾸민다.
See, again, where is the ADHD option? Even having a B where it's like a lot time for eating, sleeping. It's like, I don't even plan out eating and sleeping. If it happens, it happens. You know?
B.
그냥 계획은 짭니다.
A, B, B. 와 이거는 3대 4로 나뉘었다. 딱.
근데 나는 실제로 저거 짜라고 해도 한 적 없어.
Yes, Jungkook.
예를 들면 봐봐.
Yes, King.
예를 들면
Yes, Dairy King.
아니야. 우리가 지금 장기 휴가를 받았어. 한 달 반짜리를. 자 그러면 이제 우리가 이제 고민을 해야 되는 건 거지. 어떻게 할 것인가. 나는 일단 막 디테일하게 나 영어 레슨도 받을 거보다 다 해놔. 그리고 안 해. 난 절대 안 해.
근데
Yeah, I'm like that, yeah. Had stuff I wanted to do during the holidays, didn't do it.
약속을 잡거나 뭘 하잖아요. 다 적어놔.
나도 다 적어놔. 사실 그거.
그러니까.
나 근데 요즘 나 적어 놓으려 그래.
그럼 나도 J.
아니 나 항상 그래.
나 J로 바뀌었구나.
내가
근데 막
완전-
시간 막 이런 거 말고 그냥 오늘 뭐 레슨
그런 거 같아 나는.
박싱 이렇게.
근데 원래 J.
근데 내가 그렇게 안 했다가 나도 이제 그거 필요성을 느껴.
그게 그렇게 안 하면
나도
사고 나지.
해놔.
그러니까 오늘 약속이
You can feel what you want, mate. You are who you are. Embrace it, you know?
게 없어. 약속을 항상 당일날 잡아야 돼.
형은 약속을 그리고 집에서 잡는 거 아니에요? 메이플이나 이런 걸로.
당일날 카톡을 하거나 그러지.
Wow. Is he just exposing him?
이상은 거의 다 번개로 잡긴
나도
하는데.
무조건 번개로만 만나서.
근데 이제 타면 몇 시에 뭘 할지는 딱 정해놔야지.
이건 거 같아.
공개지.
다음
He just changed his type.
친구와 한 달 뒤에 약속을 잡.
Okay.
이때 내가 선호하는 약속 스타일은 한 달 뒤에요. 한 달 뒤에 이제 대충 만날 건데 어떻게 하시는 게
둘 다 해. 둘 다 해. 근데 둘 다 해.
Okay, well, I think it depends on what personality types your friends have. If you know your friends are like yourself, which mine often are, so if I know my friends are also ADHD-addled clowns, and I say, let's hang out next month, and they're like, oh yeah, let's do that, we both know that's not happening. A date has to be set, so I've kind of learned to get past that, so I'm actually a B. I'm actually more planning in that. I'm a B in this regard.
B인데
맞아.
근데 전제가 오랜만에 연락한 친구잖아. 그럼 A다.
그럼 A지.
오랜만에 연락한 친구.
저는 약속 같은 거는 좀 중요해요. 날짜를 딱딱딱 정해놔요.
Yeah, or it won't happen.
내가 마음이 편해서.
근데 이건 사실 친한 친구만 B로 하는 게 맞죠.
If it's someone you don't like, be like, oh yeah, I'll see you at Christmas.
친한 친구가 A를 더 잘 이해해줘요.
그렇지 맞아.
Or maybe V, you don't have any close friends.
오랜만에
That's the other possible option.
10일에 해놨다가
Hit me up.
좀, 야, 내일 갑자기 뭐 녹음 생겼다. 못 보낼 것 같다. 이렇게 되지 않나?
그래서 저도 미안한 적이 많아가지고.
야, 재밌었다.
Yeah, but that's because you're you know, crazy celebrities. No one else is having that issue. Like none of my friends have ever had to worry about me being like, sorry guys, I know I said I'm gonna hang out today, but just had to pop into the studio for a Comedian Reacts recording session. Sorry about that.
어려운데 근데 역시나 이 사회생활을 하면서 점점
바뀌지요.
이걸로 절대 둘로 나뉠 수가 없어요. 뭐 바뀐 분들 있을 거예요. 지금 계속 바뀌고.
저는 바뀌었어요.
이런 분들.
계속 바뀌네요, 저도.
제가 얼마 전에 한 2달 전에 한번 해봤어요.
The fact that
ESTJ가
their types are changing suggests that maybe the test isn't
해보니까 P가 아니고
specific enough, which is what I've been saying.
있긴 한데 그 만약에
뭐였어요?
INTP요.
Jin is just TP. He's just toilet paper.
TP긴 한데
TP time.
제가 이 연예계에서 있지 않았으면은 이렇게 안 살았을 것 같아요.
이 직업이
He's a Halloween nightmare.
많이 줬다.
그치,
사실 그건
이
맞지.
상황에 맞춰서 이게 좀 변한 것 같아. 옛날엔 이렇게 안 살았거든.
맞아.
저는 뭐 처음에 ESF 뭐냐
FJ 아니었냐? 너?
ESFJ였다가 뭐냐 최근에 또 ISFJ였다가
This really does sound like
FJ가 나오네.
great, 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 great. My stream's been blocked because of. I don't even hear any audio. Apparently, my stream's been blocked because of copyright audio. I didn't even hear any copyright audio in the background. What that really means is I haven't been talking enough. YouTube's punishing me for not reacting enough. It's like a reminder to do my job better. It's like, shh, sit up, boy, talk.
마지막으로 이제
Okay.
마지막 간략하게 소감 얘기해 주시고 끝내면 좋을 것 같습니다.
네, 뭐 사실 이거 재미로 하는 거
Yeah, I mean, I take it that way, just for fun.
약간 MBTI는 저한테는 약간 좀 집중력이 떨어지게 만드네요.
아.
네, 저는 약간 잘 안 믿어요.
그러니까
네, 매 계속 바뀌고 막 이러니까.
맞아.
네.
Yeah, I don't trust it very much. I think if it changes 10 years later, fair enough. But if it's changed like next month, then that's suspicious and it moves. It's not working very well, you know.
저도 MBTI를 별로 잘 안 믿는데 사주를 잘 믿어요.
올해 운세가 어떻대요?
제가 불이 없어서 좀 빨간 옷을 좀 많이 입어야 된대요.
Wait,
네, 오랜만에.
yeah, it was fun.
뭐 사실
Just for fun.
오늘 되게 뭐
I had a fun time today, didn't we all? I'm not just talking to stop myself getting blocked. This is genuine content, like it always
같은
is.
경우는 저도 MBTI를 별로 잘 안 믿는데 저는 사주를 잘 믿어요.
I'm cynical about it.
운세가 어떻대요?
제가 불이 없어서 좀 빨간 옷을 좀
Don't have any fire in my fortune, so I have to wear red. Do you want fire in your fortune? Are people sitting around being like, oh, I need some more flames, some more, you know, carceration? Is that a thing? Carcinogen, burning. Burn.
없어요.
Carbon. That's maybe what I meant. I don't know.
나 사실 진짜
그래서 여튼 그냥 MBTI보다는 그냥 멤버들이랑 이렇게 즐겁고 떠노는
Talking members and having fun. That's beautiful.
사실 저도 뭐 MBTI에 크게 의미 부여를 하지 않고요.
Yeah.
다 각자의 성격이 있고.
That's the thing about this. Like, this is why, like, Jesus himself could come down from the heavens and, well, A, prove he exists, because I'm iffy on that one, but also be like, look, just so we know, not only am I real, but horoscopes are real. It's all real. It's all true. Everything they say about horoscopes is real. You were being a cynical dick the whole time. The atheism and the non-horoscope believing is not a good look, mate. Work on that if you want to come to heaven. And I still would say, I don't believe you. I still don't believe you. Because, you know, I have friends who are into it. That's fair enough. I feel like it's a perfectly harmless form of, like, you know, what do you call it? Like, it's kind of a form of spirituality. It's a way of, like, looking at your life and trying to make sense of it. It's a way of feeling like you have some control and some power over it. I actually have one friend who literally told me about horoscopes. She said this, and she doesn't watch my videos, I don't think. Let's hope not, so it's fine. She said, she's like, I enjoy horoscopes, but the problem is I had to stop getting into them so much because I felt like I'm at the point where if I learn more about this, I'll be able to predict the future. And I was like, oh, you're being serious? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. I'm the same way with, like, cereal collections. I have to be careful about buying too much cereal, or I might be able to know who my future death day is and stuff. Like I think horoscopes are perfectly harmless, and they're a lovely way of, like, trying to bring meaning to life and, you know, maybe, like, feel like there's some purpose and stuff. But the idea, like, that people who are born in the same week or month happen to be the exact same personality types is bollocks. I've never met people. Most of the people who are born in the same month as me are absolute dickheads, and I'm definitely not.
그거를 그냥 모아둔 이제 재미로 보자. 그렇죠.
저도 MBTI를 제가 2014년에 처음 해봤는데 그냥 근데 그 당시에도 이미 저희도 그 상담 선생님이 저한테
일찍 했구나.
이미 학계에서도 이게 지나간 이론이라고
So it was already outdated.
이미 이게 근데 이게 몇 년이 지나고 갑자기 대유행이 되더라고 이 MBTI가.
Exactly.
MBTI 문항 같은 것도
And when horoscopes first came out, it was scientific.
문제도 좀 진화돼야 될 것 같아.
아 저도 너무 재밌었고 그리고 친구들한테 들어보니까 요즘에는 그냥 이거
Isaac Newton actually invented horoscopes. Little known fact.
경향이 좀 있다고 하더라고요. 재미는 재미로 그냥 받아들이면 좋을 것 같아요.
Little known facts.
라고 좀 과몰입해서 이렇게 질문도 바꿔가면서 했지만 이게 이 선택지가 너무 부족하다는 게.
See, again, me and Sugar really are the same person. We gotta hang out sometime. It needs to happen. Because the whole time I was just thinking, there's not enough questions here, or these questions they don't cover even two answers really.
알아주셨으면 좋겠고.
성격이
재밌었어요.
있는 것
저희 MBTI는 A.
Ah, nice. Took them a while to get that.
오케이 한 건 했다.
잘한다.
네, 저는 되게 재밌었고요. 저는 사실 MBTI 잘 믿는 사람이기 때문에
You would. I bet you love horoscopes too.
난 잘 믿어. 그리고 아까 태영이 형이 물이 없다고 했는데 불이 없다고 했나?
나 불이 없어.
물이 없다고 했죠. 그 연습
Fire characters. Is he playing Pokemon? What does he mean about fire characters?
제가 불이 많고 물이 없거든요.
Do they have fireman training? What's happening?
오늘 너무 재밌었고 또 뭐 몇 년 뒤엔 또 MBTI 대신 또 뭐가 나오지 않겠습니까? 그때 또 이런 시간 찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다.
오케이 좋아요.
자, 뭐든 과유불급이라고 하지 않습니까?
맞습니다.
오늘 저의 검사 결과도 재밌게
Oh, I had lots of fun. I had lots of fun getting my stream blocked repeatedly.
시간이었다라고 이렇게 좀 생각해 주시면 좋지 않을까
그렇습니다.
싶습니다. 네.
네, 아미분들이 저희 BTS에게 궁금한 것이 생기면 언제나 이 연구소는 다시 열릴 것이고요.
Lab by Army for Army.
찾아오겠습니다.
Okay.
그때까지 아미 여러분 모두
Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, a bonus clip. That's exciting.
저는 일단 이 논쟁이 불붙은 것에 대해서
What is the controversy?
진짜 화가 많고 진짜 놀 게 없구나. 그러니까. 전 솔직히 별
I don't even know what a perilla leaf is. I'm gonna have to Google perilla leaf because I've got no idea in God's green earth what a perilla leaf is. Perilla leaf. It's a. Okay. So it's some kind of food that you shouldn't. Oh, okay. You peel it off the thing you want to eat. Okay, now I know the context. Thank you, internet.
생각 없을 것 같아.
별 생각 없는데?
한 사람씩 얘기해 보자.
I'm gonna keep saying so I get copyright blocked again.
떼주면 안 되죠.
자, 오케이.
Okay, so you're not there. Why would they touch your food? Are you sharing the food? Did they establish that? That would be an important part of it. Okay, that's different. Okay,
나도 떼줘.
right.
않을까?
아니지. 그게 아니라 내 애인이 떼준 게 아니라 내 애인이 깻잎을 못 떼고 있는데
애인 거를
친구가 갑자기 내 앞에 있는 친구
Oh, they're getting mad about leaves. I didn't think I'd see this day,
떼고 있는데 네.
but it is happening.
아니에요.
그게 그거야.
내 애인이 떼줬다.
그게 그거지.
Wow.
그럼 너 별 생각 없어.
이거 밥 먹고 있는데 그게 눈에 보이나? 나 먹을 땐
If they didn't,
킹 받냐 안 받냐 이게
I mean, it's weird. Like, if I guess, what's the English equivalent? If I was sitting down with a cup of tea, which I don't drink because I'm not a proper English person, and a biscuit, and my friend leaned over and unwrapped the biscuit and then put it back on the plate, I'd be like, okay, thanks. I'd wonder if that meant they wanted some, or I'd just be like, okay, I guess they're being really overly specifically, weirdly nice in a creepy way. That's fine, you know, like.
보면서 인류애가
So if you can compare whatever is under a perilla leaf to a biscuit, then I think that's okay. As long as they just peel it and leave it and don't eat it.
뭔가 이어받아.
Maybe a perilla leaf is a Korean sign of fertility. I've got no idea.
떼주는 거잖아 이렇게.
I have a feeling BTS do this with their own leaves in their own time.
물 싸서
Suspicious about it.
준 것도 아니고.
그건 좀 선 넘었지.
그렇지. 안 떨어지면 떼줄 수
그러니까
있는
봐봐요.
거지.
젓가락을 밥 먹은
Okay.
젓가락으로 계속 그렇게 입에 넣은 젓가락으로 계속 그걸 떼주는 거야. 그걸 괜찮냐?
입에 낯장으로 나와 깻잎을
아
낯장으로.
잠깐만 그래서 너는 킹 받아 안 받아?
나는 그냥 가볍게 한번 싸우고 말 것 같아.
아 태영이 오늘 너무
아니
웃기다.
떼줄 수 있는 거 아니야?
안 돼.
안 돼.
왜안 돼?
왜 찢었어?
왜안 돼? 면을 퍼주는 거야.
그건 괜찮아.
면을 퍼주는 게.
그건 괜찮은데
떠주는
깻잎은 안 돼.
거야.
근데 깻잎은 묘하다.
아 그건 괜찮대
안 돼.
깻잎.
깻잎은 왜?
깻잎 한 장 때리다가 손도 잡고.
왜 손을 맞히고?
This is wild. Like, I'm wondering if these lads have had girlfriends or boyfriends, or whatever, before. Because this is like, how has it gone from leaf holding to sex? It seems like
왜안 돼?
this is the insecurity of man in a nutshell, right here.
그건 괜찮아.
면을 퍼주는 게.
그건 괜찮은데
떠주는
깻잎은 안
거야.
돼.
근데 깻잎은
You know, it makes sense though, considering everything I know about BTS and how they feel about food. It makes sense they think food is like sexual. Considering all the stuff I've seen on Run BTS, Bon Voyage, it makes sense. I mean, it's
한 장 때리다가
shocking, but also not shocking.
맞히고
눈도 안 치고.
그러다가 집
Oh, imagine that was the plot of Lion King. Can you feel my perilla leaf tonight?
깻잎으로 결혼까지.
야 우리 제이 얘기 좀
그래,
들어봐.
서로 간에 믿음이 있으면 상관없는 거 아니에요?
Thank you, J-Hope. Then this conversation's weird anyway, you weirdos.
난리 났다.
나 안 돼. 안 돼.
떼줄 수도 있지.
전 솔직히 별 생각 없어.
앞으로 깻잎 나오면 다 치워 그냥. 생선 살 발라준 것도 아니고.
생선살.
살도
근데 그것도 있대요. 그 뭐지? 새우 껍질 까주는 거.
그걸 왜 까줘?
난 새우를 안 좋아해.
그러니까 왜 까줘?
아니 그게 아니라 나는 그
까질 수도
정도도
있지.
그 정도도 못해서 먹을 거면 먹을 자격이 없다고 생각해.
Wow. Okay, he's a bit of a shrimp fascist. Didn't know that was a thing.
아 근데 새우 껍질 까서 내미는 건
자, 우리 예를 들어보자.
왜냐면
새우 껍질 까다가-
새우 껍질은 이 노력이 들어가야 되는 건데 한 명만
I can't believe they're so.
굳이 막 거기 모여 있는 세 명이 다 몸을 더럽.
He makes an excellent point. He makes an excellent point. Peeling shrimps is disgusting. Or a prawn, if you will. It's horrible.
그러면 되잖아.
자,
왜 쟤를 먹여줘?
그러니까
상관없는 사람 누구예요?
너 상관없어.
자, 윤기 형.
나도 상관없지.
자,
I don't think food is inherently sacred.
같이 형이랑 같이 데이서 밥을
It depends. Like, is this an intimate Italian restaurant or is it like a Pizza Hut that sells shrimps for some reason? Like, it depends, doesn't it? This is getting weird. He's like, what if you're there with your girlfriend and then your friend's there and they bring out the chopsticks and they're like, ooh, Jimmy, and they rub chopsticks. Like, yeah, that is a little bit weird. Like, how far are we taking this?
야, 어떻게 먹냐 너? 아니 국탕 이건 어떻게?
국은 괜찮아. 국은 괜찮은데 새우 껍질 까주면 안 되지.
I draw the line at shrimp. Clearly, I'm a real man.
희생하면 될 거야.
What? Wow, his chair has collapsed into a weird swastika. This is how you know you've taken a theoretical shrimp discussion too far, when you get so flustered you break a chair over it. This is madness.
아 국은 괜찮아. 국은 괜찮은데 새우 껍질 까주면 안 되지.
아니 봐봐.
야 저기
한 명만 희생하면 될 거야.
And his shoe came off.
야, 진짜 상식적으로 생각해보자. 이 나이 먹도록 깻잎 못 대고
They're just ignoring him. Like, that's a him problem. I've got a chair. I'm fine.
있는 거야 진짜. 아니, 야, 뭐 그래.
Nice one, Jimin. I can barely tell. That's strong quads. That's crazy.
여러분, 내가 이걸 처음 들었을 때
언제까지 우리 싸우게 할
괜찮다
거예요?
생각했어.
언제까지?
A new chair just appeared.
술 따라주는 걸로 대입을 하면 좀 이해하기 쉬울까?
아니 술 따라주는 거 할 수 있어.
그건 괜찮지.
Oh my god. These guys are like Victorians, apparently.
그냥 뭔 차이야? 뭔 차이야? 그냥 다.
I sort of know what they mean, but it's just.
아 근데 맞아.
저것도 문화잖아요. 한국에만 있는 문화잖아 깻잎이.
아니 저도 듣다 보니까
떼주는 건
열받네.
문화가 아니지.
To be fair, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, if anyone dared peel comedians' perilla leaves, I would go mental. Like, oh,
있으니까 떼줄 수.
it really depends. If they're like, lean over and they're like, oh, let me get that for you. If they're like,
너무 겪어보고. 일단
then slap themselves with a leaf, then yeah, that's no good.
결판이 나려면 직접 한 번씩 다들 겪어봐야 돼.
Madness. Wow. A lot of stuff happened during that video, including my stream getting blocked once again, which is cool. I think it shows how talented I am, that I managed to maintain some level of professionalism and act like I wasn't just falling apart internally. That I'm just like, yeah, I'll keep reacting even though YouTube is threatening to destroy my whole channel on the side. That's fine. I think it'll be okay. I think I'll just dispute it again because I was actually reacting and saying quite a lot. I'm quite animated today for some reason, which might be my ADHD medication. Who knows? But yeah, aside from being banned from existing, that was it was cool. Really nice again to get some insight into how they think. I think for them, like the most important thing is that they have some questions that are very moralistic in nature, and on those ones, the boys seem to be pretty much agreed. As in, they don't go for the answer that makes you think they might be terrible people. So that's good, and the rest of it is fun. And maybe they need to get over their weird sexual perilla leaf hang-ups. But what do I know? I haven't been in that situation yet. Thank goodness. You know, one of the benefits, I guess, of not being Korean, apart from like not having to write Korean, which I guess if you are Korean isn't really a big deal. But one of the benefits of not being Korean is that you don't have to worry about perilla leaf and sexuality and that kind of stuff. It's not something I worry about in a daily business. Now, cheese, on the other hand, Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to my channel. The red button's down there. Make sure you also click on the little notification bell so you can see when I upload and when I go live and all that kind of stuff. Please support my channel by going on Patreon, patreon.com/comedianreacts. The link's in the description. Of course, quite quick, quite soon. It's high up in the description is what I want to say. So please go to my Patreon and support, and you get some bonus content. There's like 50 plus Run BTS Bon Voyage episodes on there for your troubles. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Check out my Discord. Hope you enjoyed. And remember, if you like this reaction to MBTI Lab, click the subscribe button. My reactions are fab.